Hello everybody, this is Bulldog, Unit 777 over here in Central Maine. Well, today I'm reviewing two products here. Went online, did some searching around, and what caught my eye here was this Intellitronix digital LED voltmeter gauge. And I found out that it was made in Ohio, right here in America. What impressed me the most was the price difference between this one and a few other ones. I did call up a place further north from here and explained my needs, and they came back with another meter which cost quite a bit more there. I explained to him what was out there and what was competing against what he found, and kind of opened up his mind a little bit there, what he's up against. So anyways, I bought the meter to be plugged into this Pyramid PS26KX. This is a variable power supply from 6 to 15 volts, and it already has 2 meters on here. But what I found is the minute changes when you change from, say, 13 to 15 volts. It's very hard to tell exactly what it's putting out for voltage. And if you're fussy like I am, you like to know exactly what it's set at, and then you can monitor it. Monitoring is the key. So let's get a little closer look at it. This gauge is mounted in a Vumaxx gauge holder, and it really makes it look nice here sitting on the desk. If I wanted to, I could probably say mount it under the table. And if you were choosing this setup for mobile application, the Vumaxx gauge holder here for 2 1/16 inch gauges comes with 5 interchangeable mounts, and even mounting for a steering column or roll bar, your pillars. Pretty much any situation, it comes with all of the hardware, and it really didn't come with the mounting screws, but it came with the hardware to make a complete assembly within the product itself. What you see is this bracket here. That bracket originally came with the meter, which goes on the back, but the rest of the stuff here came with the Vumaxx gauge holder here from J.C. Whitney, and they go for about $19.99. You can get cheaper ones there, but I like to have many options at hand, so I chose that. So the gauge comes with about 6 inches of wire, the leads, and you got black, purple, and red. Red would go to positive, black would go to ground. You have the option in your vehicle to run the purple to the headlight switch. When you have your headlights on, the display will dim 50%. If you want full brightness, you take the purple and you run that to ground also. I like to monitor my voltage and run it at a specific level to maximize my equipment here. And monitoring your voltage gives you an idea the quality of your power supply too. For instance, if you turn your power supply on and it reads, say 14 volts. Say it's set at 14 volts. You turn your power supply on and it reads at 14 volts, and then 5 minutes later it's reading, say, 14.2 volts, and it remains there. Gives you an idea about your power supply. But at the same token here, you have multiple units hooked up to your power supply, and say you key up, which would be the most draining unit, you key up with your rig and it goes from 14.5 down to 14, you know the quality or something may not be quite that good. But yet, if you was to rely on the analog meter that came with your power supply, it may not show it because the power supply is not in full view all the time, and the reaction of the changes may not be reflected on the analog meter. So I got enough wire here, so if I wanted to mount this at any spot on my shack here on the desk, that I can. And I chose to use some shrink tubing in the back, kind of keep all the wires together. So let's see here. I keep this at 14.5, and I'm using the Magnum Raptor 10 meter radio, which is off at the moment. And it's amazing, you know, on a variable power supply, you know, how it changes. The slightest movement brings it down or brings it up. And let's see. And it's pretty instantaneously. There, we're at a standard power setting at 13.8. When your voltage is, okay, we're going to set at 12, power supply at 12. Yeah, it's at 12. If you set it, if your power supply is putting out less than 12 volts, there we go, it warns you. I found that pretty good, especially when you have somebody using your rig that's not quite familiar with the goals and full operation of things, and this helps out. This gauge is capable of reading from 7 to 24 volts. I do not know if it says 24.1 whether or not it would flash or not. The pyramid power supply is capable of putting out 15 volts. This one says 15.4, and I can imagine not every meter or gauge is 100% accurate. It gives you a good idea though of the operation, current going to your units. Okay, let's see, I'm going to turn the radio on. And we got a little DX land coming in. But nothing spectacular at the time. So like I said, we have this Pyramid PS26KX. The radio is set up to dead key 15 watts, modulate to 80, you know, plus or minus the numbers. Not every meter is 100%. And who says who says, oh, I'm getting the perfect reading? We all don't know, and it's hard to prove it, but we get meters and power meters and whatever meters to give us a good idea. So I'm going to key up the radio. Audio. So it's showing that the power supply is regulated pretty well. And the readings on this this gauge here, the meter, is staying at rock solid. It's near the radio, and there's no RF interference. There you go. So that's pretty much it, everybody. I thank everybody for watching the videos here. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me on YouTube, or you go to Bulldog Radio Communications right on Facebook. You all have yourself a great week and a great weekend. This is Bulldog, Unit 777, right here in Central Maine. And I'm down and off the key.